Welcome! It's a great day to be a miner because we got some new hardware, baby. We're gonna box this thing, set up, go over the specs, the features, all that fun jazz. But first, let's spin that intro. Alright, so here we are, and we got a hot new item to explore. First, let's pop up the disclaimer. This item was provided to us free of cost, but this is not a paid sponsored video. That means we can say whatever we want about it. Yeah, without further ado, you know what time it is, baby. RGB knife. Never gets old. Alright, let's open this thing up. So first and foremost, where did we get it from? We got this from Bitcoin merch. It is a hot new variant, or we probably wouldn't review it if it was the same old jazz, but this thing looks really interesting because they are taking and building upon the existing platform, and from what I can tell, it looks pretty nifty. So why is this box so packed odd? Let's see if we can open this thing. Oh, there we go. It's just taped really weird across the seam. You're probably like, hey Altair, what's in the box? You know what's in the box because the thumbnail and box type. Oh yeah, let's just open this thing up. All right, first and foremost, let's get this out of the way so we don't dox ourselves. Really? Again, we got the nice Bitaxe color manual leaflet here on how to set it up and yada, yada, yada. We won't be referring to that. What we have a nice Bitcoin merch pen. Very nice little pen. Yeah. All right. We'll get the foam out of the way. Packaged well as expected. Packaged very nicely in there. And do you see that beautiful copper? Yeah, copper heatsink. All right, let's pop this out of here and take a nice close-up look. There is the Bitaxe. Here is the power supply, and that is all that is. That's all that's included in the box. Let's look at the power supply before we get started on this thing. It is a lowly 5 volt, 6 amp, 30 watt. I prefer a bigger power supply with a little more headroom, just the cheap normal brick. It is what it is. The 5.5 barrel jack connector, because it is a Bitaxe. So this is a Bitaxe Gamma, but with a big twist. It is the 601, so it is the same as this guy. This guy has an upgraded heat sink as well with the copper pipes. But this one is advertised at 1.5, and that's heavily overclocked out of the box. This guy is actually advertised at 2 terahash out of the box, and man, this is significantly heavier right out of the box. That is an impressive weight. That heat sink and that mounting system on this thing, that's next level for a Bitaxe Gamma. Man, I'm impressed. Let's get a scale and actually weigh the two and compare. All right, so we popped both these on the scale just as is with their stands in there, and this one actually has more printed stand than this one. This weighs 10 ounces, this weighs 5.6 ounces. That is a beefy cooler. Okay, so check out the size difference on the fan and the coolers on these guys. And again, this is an upgraded cooler on here with the copper heat pipes, but this is the entire copper fin heat stack with an upgraded, much larger fan on there, and then a super heavy duty mounting system with like nuts and a big bracket on the back, retention bracket, rather than just mounting to the board. Copper heat plate on this. Let's look at the official description real quick. We'll pop it up on the screen. This is advertised as a 2 terahash Bitaxe Gamma with power supply. The current cost is $174.99 on Bitcoin merch. Of course, it says The Bitaxe Gamma Plus Plus is the next evolution of Bitcoin Gamma, fully upgraded for higher performance, better cooling, and more consistent hashing. Built for serious home miners, this isn't just a Gamma, it's a maxed out version! Designed to push up to 2 terahashes, reliable. It's compact plug-and-play setup. What else do we see in this description? Based on the next gen BM1370 chips, that's what all the Bitaxe Gammas use. Upgraded cooling, full copper heatsink, larger upgraded fan, designed for stable mining at a higher hash rate. Plug and play, yeah, it's a Bitaxe Gamma. They are all pretty plug and play for that. Open source, what's included? You saw what's included. Yeah. So from what I can gather, it's still a 601. It's still running on a single BM1370 chip. The boards themselves, the components, the layout of the board, everything on it looks identical. I'm thinking the only thing difference with this is this massive copper cooler on here with the dual heat pipes, the different enlarged fan for a higher CFM, and the mounting retention brackets, and I think that's it. So if you're getting a stock performance of 2 terahash out of this, out of the box, compared to a Bitaxe Gamma that's 1.2 terahash, and this is costing at about 1.5 times that of a Bitaxe Gamma, this should, in theory, be the much better buy, bang for buck Bitaxe Gamma. But I digress. We're not going to go over the full setup on how to set up a Bitaxe Gamma. If you want to see that, check out our video up above where we go in depth on how to set it up, to connect it to your Wi-Fi and connect it to the pool and get it mining. We're just going to time warp, go ahead and get it set up, and then we're going to check out the performance of it. So let's do that. Ready? Go. And boom, just like that, she is up and mining. Now, before we go over how it's running and all that fun jazz, let's do a real nice close-up look of this thing, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Go. All right, she is a beaut. Now, that being said, we're gonna go over a segment called the good, the bad, and the yikes with this one. All right, so let's start with the, we'll give you the background of this thing, and we'll pop up screenshots as we go through it. It comes overclocked at 950 megahertz and 1308 on the power core voltage, which is kind of weird, but that's what the pre-configured clocks are out of the box on this thing. So let's start with the good. The good on this thing, this cooler is an absolute beast. Not only does it look great, it is doing a marvelous job of keeping this down. The ASIC temp is staying down around 50C on this guy. The mounting system on this thing is amazing. It's using 4 corners on the front and back with a mounting retention bracket. That's keeping the even pressure across the whole ASIC chip, making this cooler probably the best stock cooler that I've seen anywhere yet to date on a Bitaxe Gamma or Gamma Bitaxe variant rather. So that is a great thing. The aesthetic of this thing looks really great. I love the look of this thing, the shiny copper, the nice upsized fan. It's a good looking, one of the best looking Bitaxe Gammas out of the box. Now, let's go over the bad. The bad, it is not meeting those clocks. The frequency, with the frequency and the core voltage, what it's at, it's expecting it to get up to 1.94 terahash. However, it is not getting close to that. It's running closer to 1.7-ish, and it is also giving us a really high error percentage of around like 6-7%, and that's really bad. You want to target less than 1% error percentage. So there's that. Now let's go into the yikes on this thing. This is running 32 watts at the wall and in the software, which is kind of cool that they're actually meeting for once. It's usually way higher at the wall than it is in the software. That being said, this is a 30-watt power supply. It is pretty cooking hot. That's not sustainable. That thing's gonna die pretty quickly. You can't run one of these at max capacity for a long time, not to mention this amount of heat on this thing. So that's definitely a huge yikes. The other yikes, the voltage regulator on this thing is running 94C. That is spicy hot. That is burning up pretty hot. Can it sustain that? Can it run that? It can run that. It is able to run that, but for how long? How long can you run it at 94C? I don't recommend that. So that's the good, the bad, the yikes. How about, is there hope for this? There is hope for this guy. This is, again, a massive cooler on a Bitaxe Gamma. Simply clocking this down a little bit got me a really nice range right out of the box. I'm getting 1.74 terahash right out of the box by just simply changing my clocks to 850 megahertz, 1300 on the core voltage. That's just a click down on the core voltage, but that is 100 less on the frequency. And if I really tweak and tune it, maybe I can bump that up to, because I tried 900 and we were still getting all kinds of errors. Maybe we can run it up to 875 and get it closer to 1.8 out of the box. And that pushes our error percentage down below 1%, and you shouldn't be running it over 1%. So that is the hope of this guy out of the box. I wouldn't call this a 2 terahash miner, at least not the sample I got. Some chips are better than others. Maybe I just don't have a very good chip, but more than likely, this is more like a 1.8 terahash miner out of the box. Can this device actually be great? Can this be a great miner, a great bang for buck? Yes, with the caveat of the power supply ain't gonna cut it. If you already have a Meanwell PSU that's hooked up for multiple Bitaxes, or just a Meanwell 5-volt miner that you can run out of a Meanwell, that eliminates the power supply issue. If you have a bigger power supply, I don't recommend going out and spending 30, 40 bucks for a power supply, because now you're talking over 200 and some dollars for this guy, when you can get a NerdQaxe for not that much, plus for not that much more. The power supply, and if you can cool off those VR temps. So there aren't any of the press-on heat sinks on this guy. Normally you would have one maybe right here in the front, because it is cooking right there. The heat pipe kind of blocks that. If you flip the whole cooler, you're gonna then block your fan connector. So there's not an easy way to put a heatsink on the front of this thing or the rear to cool that VR. So a different stand with a rear fan, or just a fan blowing in it on general to cool that. A different way to pipe some heat or some air into the front very section of this board can help cool it. Or simply just running this thing and buying it as a 1.8 terahash device out of the box. That's my recommendation. If you're buying this guy, $180 price tag, expect it to be more around the 1.8 terahash, and it should just run at that setup. And that's what we're gonna try to do. We've got it clocked down. It's running great as it is. I think we're just gonna keep it at that clock right now. And maybe in the future, we'll try to put it in a different case and cool those VRs and then run it up a little more. But yeah, what do you think of this device? This is the Bitaxe Gamma Plus, which is just a 601 model with a really beefy, nice cooler. We'll make sure to put links for this down in the description. But what are your thoughts on this? Tell us your thoughts of this device down in the comments below. We'd love to hear your input. But I think that about wraps it up for today's video. If you're new to mining and need some help, make sure to join the Misfit Mining Discord. Always plenty of seasoned vets in there willing to help you out. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe for future content. Thanks for coming along and enjoy the ride.